Kane's Hellslingers, Mercenary Warcaster Unit. The trio of mercenary gun mages known as Kane's Hellslingers has quickly garnered a reputation as one of the toughest and deadliest outfits in all of Western Emerald. Comprised of former Black 13th members Lieutenant Darcy Ryan and Sergeant Samuel Watts, as well as the renegade warcaster Alistair Kane himself, this team has gunned down scores of opponents during their short time together. The circumstances leading to the assembly of the Hellslingers was tragic, and they have focused their immediate attentions on tracking down enemies in Crix. Their intelligence, expertise, and lethality make them a force to be reckoned with. For the better part of 13 years, Alistair Kane hunted down the bastard son of Ventor Rawthorn IV, under the direction of Scout General Bolden Rebald. This life as an undercover agent saw Kane perpetually on the move, frequenting seedy taverns and rubbing shoulders with criminals of all kinds. Put into a position where he had no choice but to disobey orders, Kane was disdained by his fellow officers as unreliable braggart, a drunk, and a wastrel. When Kane finally caught up with Julius Rawthorn, the bastard in question, after years of pursuit littered with the bodies of former inquisitors, he could not pull the trigger. Though Rebald's orders were clear, the idea of carrying out such an act without the approval of King Leto, or even without the king's knowledge of his nephew's existence, gave Kane pause. The deed felt more like murder than like the justifiable elimination of a threat to the crown. Rather than play the mindless killer he was expected to be, Kane disobeyed Rebald's orders and helped bring in Julius before King Leto so that he could make his own decision on the matter. The choice put Kane on the wrong side of the Scout General. After an angry confrontation between the two at the end of the Signaran Civil War, Kane deserted his commission and turned his back on the organization he had served for so long. Leto initially abdicated the throne, and Julius was appointed king, something that would not have been possible without Kane. The gun mage hoped this change in Signaran rulership would have led him to settle matters with Rebald amiably. He promised to put aside any past grudges and to keep the spy master's secrets in exchange for letting him live a quiet life away from the political intrigues and military responsibilities of the capital. Rebald proved unable to let this matter rest, seeing the gun mage as a loose cannon that needed to be tied up. Though Kane went into isolation, his solitude was interrupted by a steady stream of assassins and bounty hunters intent on collecting the fee Rebald had placed on his head. Wanting to put his violent past behind him, Kane initially did his best to evade or disarm these would-be assassins and bounty hunters, but their persistence had made the peaceful life he wanted all the more unattainable. Looking for a lasting solution to avoiding Rebald's hired guns, Kane sought the help of a Thamorite witch who offered to create a decoy, a wraith bearing his likeness. This scheme backfired when the wraith went on a murderous rampage, targeting people Kane had wronged in the past. Broadsheets throughout Signar picked up on the news of the brutal string of slayings, dubbing Kane the Hellslinger. Kane learned to his horror that the wraith was hunting down a daughter he never knew he sired. Despite his best efforts, Kane was unable to stop his double from taking the girl, stolen for some unknown but presumably terrible purpose. Kane vowed to find those responsible for the abduction and bring them to a swift end no matter the cost. The fact that his quarry fled to Crix has in no way dissuaded him. Joining him on his mission are Lieutenant Ryan and Sergeant Watts. Originally set on Kane's trail by Bolden Rebald, these gun mages had fully intended to obey their orders, even though they doubted the Warcaster was capable of such crimes attributed to him. Thinking they were tracking the real Kane, the Black 13th unwillingly interfered in Kane's hunt for the murderous wraith. Captain Dixon Lynch, the group's commanding officer, was slain in the ensuing gunfight. The surviving members have come to regret their mission and are filled with a seething rage over the death of Captain Lynch. Ryan and Watts soon joined forces with Kane, willingly putting themselves on the wrong side of the law. Ryan's unorthodox entry into the Black 13th made the strike team the only friends and family she had ever known. She is determined to avenge Lynch's death, and this shared purpose has strengthened the ties between her and Watts and Kane. Both surviving members of the Black 13th had chafed under authority, but Watts has taken it particularly well to his newfound freedom outside the Army's hierarchy, He has traded his pistols for a powerful Mage-Lock rifle, making him a terror when downfield of the enemy. The nature of this weapon has also led the sergeant to develop a measure of patience and foresight that he had previously lacked. Bold and Ribald now regards both Ryan and Watts as accomplices in Kane's treachery, but few bounty hunters are willing to confront the Gun Mage trio or follow them on their mission to the Scarred Islands. On the contrary, some of the sellswords Ribald might have bribed into hunting the gunslingers are now in the employ of Kane himself. Rather than turning to his friends in the military, Kane has reached out to his more disreputable contacts, sparing no expense and leaving no favor uncollected in the assembly of his own ragtag army for his foray into the Nightmare Empire. Hello fellow Warhammer Horde fans, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and hit that bell notification to let you know when I drop my next video. Also, if you're still new to Warhammer Hordes, make sure to check out my other Warhammer Horde lore videos found in both the description and on screen. Thank you and enjoy your day.